Yo, what's up, guys? This is Spirit Haven, aka Kyoto, aka also known as aka also known as Santa Red, Wing of Art. I don't know, bro. It's Warrior of Hope. I have so many different names in game. Just know that I see everything you do in game. If you know me in game, I see all you do, and you will get cold. You will get cold, even bad. Besides that, I decided to make a new rogue on a different account and the reason I'm doing that because I don't really like the Shinobi class. I won't say I don't like the Rogue. I mean, the Rogue is cool. I like the class, but I just don't like some of the abilities. Despite the dev have put in some awesome abilities, don't get me wrong, the dev has added some sick abilities without a doubt. It's just the class just doesn't fit my playstyle. But I think I'm one of those people that believe that you can find a way to like a class in any game if you just give it another chance and you try out a different way, right? There's definitely a skill on the skill tree that I do enjoy. So I'm gonna base this class off of that, and yeah, and hopefully you enjoy the video and the journey. If you are new to the game or just discovered this video randomly and want to give it a try, just know that this game is super fun. There's no tutorials. There's no quests at the moment. There will be dungeons. There will be pets coming out eventually this month. So if you decide to join, you're joining at a very, 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 very great time to be joining. And all the classes have their advanced classes. There is a special class, which is the Weaver class, which is on this left side. You can become this NPC at Tundra, which is way over here. So this is a very in-game zone, so you will need help if you want to become a Weaver. It's more like a jack of all class. So, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think before you become that class, you should probably learn other classes beforehand. At least one base class that have a that's not a jack of all. That way you understand the game. I don't recommend newbies to use a Weaver class, but I also don't recommend newbies to pretty much look away from it. If you want to go Weaver off the rip, go for it. But just understand you need to really kind of buckle down and learn the game a little bit. Like you gotta know your skills, but it won't hurt you. It won't hurt you. I don't think so. I just recommend learning a class with their actual advanced class first. So if you're new and you join the game, the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna walk through here, which is Sunny House. And this is not really a leveling guide, but I'm just getting the thought process on how to approach the game. You just go into the zone, you fight whatever you want to fight. Since I have experience and anybody will figure this out their first time in the game, I'm gonna fight this level 5 egg because it does not attack me back. So I can gain some quick levels off of this right here. Boom, I just level up. Cool. Yeah, I can go for the bunny rabbit. It is rabbit season. It is rabbit season. And the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at this shop. This is my shop. So if you're new to the game, you can go ahead and if you see these shops, go peek them. These are my shops. Very cheap gear, 2K for a strength 3, 1.5 for a dex 3, and this is newbie gear. I put newbie gear here on purpose to help out new players. This is not a plus 3, but these are great. The refinements are good. This bow is probably one of my favorites, and I think it's one of the best like bows to grab in the game. The only thing about it is that it's way over here. So most new players, if you're a dev and you watch this, most new players, and I'm not saying change anything. If you're a dev and you see the video, I'm not saying anything, change anything. But what I'm saying is most players don't get a chance to really try out this weapon because it's far over here. The only way they're gonna try out this weapon is they buy it or somebody gives it to them at a low level. And it's a great weapon. It's the best. I think it's the best one in terms of to play with. But I also don't think a level, just my opinion as well. I think it's a good weapon to change up around the level, I don't know, 35, 45, just to get the experience of it. I normally give those out when I can because I love the weapon so much. And I think it's super quick. It's like night and day. You pick up, for example, if you go over at Festering, for example, and you pick up a longbow, it's like night and day because the longbow doesn't have the attack speed buff on refinement. And if you go to Fairy Glen, you also get a bow over here, and this one has a attack speed, so the attack speed makes a big difference. You can also go to your crafting recipes and see it down here, but it's still like night and day. As level as you, if you join a game and you're a scout, you get your first good bow over here and over here. This one does not have the speed. Um, this one does not have the speed, but it's a great bow. These are great bows. Also, if you go to Trent's, you got your slingshot, which is also a great starter. Over, it's a very great starter for sure. You get 4 slots. You can really do a lot within this game. You can go here at Bunny and you can basically get accessories and up your attack speed in the first zone, and you got movement speed in the first zone, things like that. So that's just information, just from experience, research. I don't really use guides myself. I don't really go on the website. I just like to study the map, kind of guy I am, because you can miss things if you don't study a map. Nothing wrong with guys. Guys are great. There's a bunch of helpful people in the game. A lot of players are willing to help each other, and so don't be afraid to join Discord and give people, and talk to the community and see how everybody is. So that's just my thought on the game and certain things. Just do a little wave to the player, those spam wave. They may wave back, they may not. It's okay if they don't. Just keep on walking, going to your day and level up. Now I was gonna buy my own gear, buy like one more kunai, but I'd rather show the process of this. Okay. Now I may fight here and see if I get any extra items. Now, this video is not about trying to level up the fastest I can level, but like I generally don't think that's not that important. I think you should enjoy the game to its full potential. I do power leveling sometimes, but I only get people to so high up. I don't get people over to like 100 or nothing. But and the crazy thing is, I normally help people to their job advance. That's about it. And I have a certain level threshold that I'm willing to help. If you're level 1 and so on, I won't really help you. Level 25 plus, I will, if you can find the location that I give you. If you don't know the location I give you, then you will not get help basically, because that's just my rule to get my help and leveling, right? So that's my test I give out to new players that do want to try to bypass some levels a little bit. Is they gotta know at least the map, at least know the map. Because if they know the map, then hey, maybe they do deserve to get a little extra, a little boost, right? Just a small boost. But I will not get you to 100. Like I say, I normally make music throughout my day. I make music 15 plus. I stream on Twitch 15 plus hours a day. Making music, and on top of that, I play the game in between ear breaks for my music because you gotta keep your ears level safe when you're producing music. It's important, and that goes for anybody. You people that don't produce music, you don't listen to loud music all day. It's not good for your ears. And I make pretty loud music sometimes, very aggressive, very chaotic stuff. So I have to take good care of my ears. So I'm gonna bypass these rabbits, because it's rabbit season, and I do not want to die to that. No ego, right? Just back off, because I hit one, and I want to see my strength here. Now I'm gonna go for that one, knock it back up again. I recommend getting healed if you're new to the game, and there is a leech, but like I said, this is once again my opinion. I think heal is the best thing you're gonna get in the game in terms, especially early on. Leech is great, but you're not gonna start off with Leech, so why skip out on the heal, right? And you're like, the heal is great. Like I'm staying alive because of it. My mana is not really regenerating that fast, but there's a fix for that too. So I'm trying to dodge this rabbit. The big rabbit is still kind of stronger than me. I have no points put on yet. I'm just leveling, pure leveling right now. I think it still chases. Yeah, it still chases. I'm gonna try to hit it and dodge the space bar. And it's a big stack. So instead, I back up. They're a little bit too strong for me at the moment. I'm not taking that L, so I'm gonna back up, go towards the bees. I will revisit that area. I'm gonna fight the bees now. As you see, my strength is not that good right now. I'm gonna back up again. I'm taking too much damage. So the next thing I'm gonna do, right, is this simple. Let's say my HP is not that great. There's two things I can do. I can go to my stats. I can add more. I can add Vit for HP defense. I can add more strength to kill faster. These mobs are quite low level, right? I'm gonna double sun random. I got lucky and got a Lux 3, and I got an INT. Lux is your crit. INT is your mana and mana defense. Okay, so I add those two on. I got a flower in my hair. Hey, I'm a grown man with a flower. That's okay. It happens sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. But I'm gonna hide that because don't mess up my drip. And I got one up already. You know what I mean? So besides that, I'm going to in this case I'm gonna go with strength because these little low mobs, they're too low level to be worried about some HP at the moment. I do believe in getting your HP up if you feel like you're dying too much. Is that self-explanatory? I have seen players be like, "Oh, I died too quick." Are you adding vid? I don't know if you are or not. If you're not, you should probably add. The other thing I like to focus on is my blade mastery. But for this video, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to hit my increased recovery, and then I'm going to hit increased mana. First, we got 69, right? So increased mana, 110, increased recovery. So now I get a little bit more mana when I'm fighting. Now, the beast should go down a little bit faster. Boom. As you see, 2 items has dropped, 1 born runes and a leaf. Now, right, if you click M on your map, and you look at the forest on the left side right here, you click crafting the recipes, there's a leaf right here. To be able to craft, you need a leaf to craft at the crafter. I'm going to show you what the crafter look like. I'm going to walk you through this with the video. Like I said, the video is it's not a speed. I'm not trying to prove a point. I know how fast I can level. There's no need for me to prove a point that I can level fast. Dude, it's not a speedrun video. This is a video for anybody that's new to the game to get information and to learn as they go with me. You know, we both learn together. I know the game, but still, nothing wrong with going reviewing things again and again until you know everything as much as possible. As you see, I've gotten a B card on the left and a leaf. I'm going to go over here. The B card is a weapon hit. I'm going to place it on my weapon. I got 4 slots. I'm just going to hit it. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fight more bees. And I'm going to just keep on fighting them, maybe to level, level 6 maybe here. And then I'm going to show you what I'm doing them artifacts. See, my HP is going down a little bit. That's okay. I got some gear. I'm going to press my Q, because I put my keybind on Q for years. And I'm going to fight another bee. There we go. There we go. As you see, I fought another bee. And I'm going to pick up the leaf. There we go. In this video, I may also join other players later on. Like I said, there's nothing to prove a point that I can solo level. I like to value the teaming aspect of the game. In this game, if you team up with other players, you do get bonus XP and bonus drops. Alone, you're 30 levels within each other. So that is a plus. That is very valuable as a player. It helps speed up the progress. If you want to challenge yourself in solo, there's nothing wrong with that as well. Now, the neat thing about the rogue class is if I go over here to my skill tree on the right side, I'm going to go again, just in case you missed and you're a little confused. If I go here on the right side, I can get dual wield mastery now. And with that, I can put on 2 weapons. As long as your weapons, if you high level your weapons, it will say 1 hand, dual hand, 1 hand, or, the weapons will tell you, this one says 1 hand, 2 hand, dual wield, right? So if I get rid of the 1 weapon, now it's 2 hand. Now I get rid of this one, and I put this one back on the front, because I just like a certain position of my weapons. Now I got dual wield. Now I'm going to go look at this. I have 3 of these. Yeah. And I can pick the best one I have is a Lux 3 in terms of stats. 3 is the best. You're going to get +3, +2, +2. Nothing wrong with +2s. Don't focus on perfection off the rip. We're just trying to get moving and try to level up. If you focus on trying to get this, all this, that, boom, okay, cool. You can like roll for better gear too at the crafters as you fight these mobs. I'm going to go with the Lux 3 for the crit. My character, he don't look that drippy at the moment. I can hide how this look as I want. If I want to keep the drip and the color palette together, I can just hide that until I get pants and so on. So I'm going to fight some more. Got my 2 weapons. If I feel like I'm moving slow, I add my AGI. That's going to make me loot. That's going to up my attack speed. AGI is your attack speed. Alright, and then, so, look at that. I got more items. And I'm going to just keep on fighting. I said it's not about speed here. It's not about speed. It's about just being able to enjoy the game, and just get through it. Dopamine is dopamine. Sometimes you need a little patience in life to get on. With your life as well. So patience go a long way within the game and in life. So have a little patience. Everything's not a rush all the time. That applies to life. You go at your own pace. You don't gotta prove anything to nobody else. You do what you gotta do. And you enjoy the small things in life and within this game. This game is great. I really like what the dev is doing. I stopped playing MMORPG heavy at the age of 20. I'm now 30. The last thing I touched was Vindicious in my mid-20s maybe, and I didn't play it as many hours as this. And nothing wrong with Vindicious. Vindicious is a great game. I won't talk down on Vindicious. It is a great game. I love the game. The only thing about it is, there could be more to it. If you want to talk about another game I'm playing game, like this is the game is not a bad game. It just lacked in terms of exploration. You can only do dungeons. Just doing dungeons is not enough, I think. At some point, it's just you want to do more. You want to explore the world more. I think if that game would explore their world a little bit more, it would have been even more successful long term, because it has one of the best combat there is to this day. Still to this day, right? Even games like Black Desert has taken some notes from that game, I believe so, because the combat is so similar. and that's Black Desert. This game as well has very great combat. The combat is very fluid, very smooth. All right, so I love that about the game. One thing now, one thing I would like to see added in this game, or for my just this is like I say my opinion, I would like to see raw damage be more appreciated. Like at the moment, hitting with just sword damage, you need to use your skills more. So your skills in this game is very important. You rely on skills in this game more so than raw damage. And by raw damage, I just mean damage that scales off of just plain old melee, plain old just bow hits. And I think the dev is gonna get there. I don't like to jump the gun on my thoughts and assume that won't happen. It is nice to be able to hit something off of pure strength, like your attack is high and you just swing on something, they just die because that's how you built your character. It'd be nice to see like a melee class, like a mastery that buffs normal attacks, or maybe hey, maybe it'd be the ranger class that does that as well with the bow, where normal attacks does some damage. But I would, but then with those ideas, you gotta scale them a certain way. That way, it's not too broken, too OP. So that is just my thought on the game at the moment. Things I would like to see. That's the only thing. That's the main thing. Everything else, I like to wait patiently and see what the dev does before throwing my opinions and thoughts too far deep on Discord. Because there is a Discord of suggestions. I'm more of a quiet guy that doesn't really say much suggestions. Not because I don't have any suggestions. I just rather trust the dev and his vision. And if I have any thoughts on an update where I think it can help like improve in an area, I may say something. At the end of the day, our opinions are just opinions. It doesn't mean the dev is going to add it to the game. It does not mean any of that. I'm going to get haste to speed walk a little bit, speed run a little bit. It only lasts for 60 seconds. You can get that up with a card in this game and make it 4 or 5 minutes. Ooh, almost died there, but it's okay. It's okay. It's a little powerful here. There's upper nines. So I'm gonna back off. I'm not gonna fight this just yet. I'm gonna go back in. I want to grab that leaf. But yeah, I like to keep my opinions to myself, like my suggestions to myself, and see what happens. But for all I know, the dev's already thinking the same thing I'm thinking on a creative level. So far, everything he has done has been smooth sailing. It seems like Phil. I think his name is Rincon Bond on Discord as well. It seems like he's been really putting a lot into the game. Man, a lot to the game, and really care about his game. If something goes wrong, he gets on top of it. I'm a passionate guy myself, so I get it. I try to be understanding, and I try. And there's no rush either. Same thing with updates. So you're watching this game, and you're an experienced player. One thing is, people, you got to be patient with the updates. Got to be patient. Our dev, he works really. It seems like he's really on top of this stuff. If let's say an update pushes back, you gotta just be patient and be a little bit more forgiving. Don't be over on Discord and say, being too judgmental because somebody's behind on their schedule. Anybody can be behind on their schedule doesn't mean they're not working on it, right? There's a lot more going to video games than us as consumers really can possibly understand if you don't know how to do the work yourself, right? Doesn't mean that the dev should neglect anything or this and that. I'm just saying be a little bit more patient. Like I said, I produce music, and I can say the same thing. Most people that watch the video probably don't produce music, so you gotta understand what goes into that yourself. Just like somebody, so everybody understand what work is. Everybody know what work is and work ethic. We all have worked a job. I would assume most of us have. We all have our own passions and hobbies. If you do have passions and hobbies. So you got to understand things from a different angle with that. You got to be more forgiving with other people's time, and more considerate with the way you critique things and give out and say things about the game or anything that somebody else is doing. That is being considerate and thoughtful and putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. My video is not just about videos. Like, I'm gonna speak my mind because that's how we make an impact in this world, by speaking some truth, and some positivity into things, because that's what makes things better. And as a community, this is a great community, but there's things that I'm not the biggest person to stay on Discord. I've already left Discord like 3, 4, 5 times this week because I don't know I want to stay. Not because I'm not the biggest Discord enjoyer. I don't like joining Discord servers. Like I'm not into being on Discord. This is the first day that made me consider staying on Discord, and the first Discord I stayed with for this long now. So I really love the game. But also, I don't like seeing too much negativity. I don't focus on it, and I don't want to be around it as a player, personally speaking. if there is any of that. But yeah, try to be thoughtful of what you say. If you're gonna critique the game, give actual criticism, like constructive criticism. Don't just call the game, curse like S word or oh, this is you gotta say what you don't like about it, right? In the right manner. So what I don't like about the Shinobi class, for example, I just don't like the way I'm not the biggest mage player. So that's one waypoint, by the way. You save these waypoints to save zones. That way you can go from here, right? I'm gonna show you. That we go from here to here to here. So that's what the waypoints are for. If I went too fast, all you do is click waypoint, then you click on the zone that you saved, and you TP. Works from town to every other zone that you saved. So, so yeah. At the end of the day, the reason I don't like Shinobi is more of a preference thing. It has nothing to do with Shinobi class not being good. The Shinobi class is great, and it's just I don't like the Magic class. Despite I want to try the Magic class with Shinobi, there is a Magic ability in this class, and I really want to try it because I not like I don't like mages entirely. The only game I ever played that I enjoyed mages was a game called Wonderland Online, which is a turn-based game, right? So it's like I just like mages. I just normally don't play mages in games like this. The only game I ever touched a mage consistently was a turn-based game because I didn't really have to click on nothing much so of it, and it was more fun that way. In this game, I want to like the mage class, but the mage skills I just don't. And then the other skills I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's personal preference. Now, there are skills that I have come to like that are within this class, such as the Venom Strike, which is this one, and that's what I'm going to build this class on, is Venom Strike, because I really like the Venom Strike. And on top of that, there's a way to autocast that. There is autocast in this game, so you can really build your class in a unique way. I could be incorrect, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure the dev was trying to get away from some of the auto casting. I do have a thought on that. I think the auto casting is actually really good. I'm not sure why anybody would complain about auto casting because it gives you more uniqueness to the game. As in, you can have casting from clicking, as in me pressing one and Q, or you can have a mix of auto cast with it and get some unique combos. It really helps out. It really helps narrow down having so many skill trees at the bottom. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe so. You want to get away from that a little bit. But I also think autocasting has a lot of potential. I also don't think every skill needs it as well. But having the option opens up a lot of doors because you got to understand. This is my perspective. I'm just giving my thought, some experience, and some wisdom on it. Is at the end of the day, you have to understand that everybody plays games a different way. Nobody plays the game the same way. If anybody thinks that people play the game the same way you do, then you're wrong. Everybody does not play the game the same way you do, right? Even if you go look up a guide and copy somebody's build, just know everybody's not using that build because you're using it. A lot of people are using it. There are people that are playing within their own builds, experimenting with other builds that they see maybe, and at the end of the day, we all play in different ways. Like most of us gonna be playing a different way. Your keybinds might be different from mine. I have a Q. I think I changed that keybind. I use R to pick up things. I mean, to interact as well, because I played FPS games. So R is my keybind to interact. As you can see, that's my keybind. I don't use F, where F is the default. So you play this game, you press F to read information on the mobs. So that's a little tip there in case you're new and you're watching the video for the first time and you never touched the game. As you see, I'm taking a whole lot of damage here. I'm going to speed up with haste, and I can dodge this, but I think this has range. So dodge is not really your best friend. You got to fight this mob straight on. The dodge doesn't really do much here, so you just fight it. Right now, I'm still a little weak. As you can see, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add in strength. I want to build up my strength and my AGI. And that's how I'm just scaling. I'm scaling this off of the damage I am doing. And I'm also going to heal up one bit, get a little more HP. I'm going to start adding some more items. Alright, this is an accessory. I got 2 accessories here. I'm going to add, just for the HP regen, for my this RAM stack, which is utility. If I want to keep my drip, I will just hide it. But then again, this thing looks kind of drippy low key. Dev was cooking on that. Dev was indeed cooking. I got more stones. Got any better one? I do not, and I finally got some pants. I can wear pants. This pants gives me movement speed. So far, I've been blessed with luck multiple times, and I got a dexterity. Now I got another grand sword. I'm gonna take this one I'm gonna take this grand sword. This was a bronze sword, and I got a bit one for HP. So now I'm adding 10. I got 10 HP because I changed it up. So I don't gotta worry about adding much of that. I'm gonna go back down to the bottom and just fight mobs until I'm strong enough and I feel as I'm ready to go to the next zone. Pretty self-explanatory. If you get lost in the game and you don't know where to level up next, there's a process elimination. You can do that. I'm sure all of you have learned that in school, right? Process elimination. That concept. What you do is, if you're level 66 and I press M to open map and I want to fight over here at level 66, 70, or over here at the left, strongly 61, 65, and let's say I was dying in these zones, what I would do is I would go lower. I would go to 41 and 45, or even better, I would go down to 51 and 55 and just level until I'm strong enough. And then once I'm strong enough, let's say I'm level 75, 80, I will go back to the Crystal Cave or Storm Reef and level up because I'm strong enough to handle that. If you're playing with other players, it may not be as bad. Zones like Crystal is very heavy mobby. Here at Storm Reef, this is just a little advice or game tip, I guess. I don't know what they call it. I guess it's a tip. Let me fight this mob. So zones like Storm Reef, ISO, these mobs over here, they're not that aggro, but the shark baby will chase you down. Or is it shark baby or is it a shark pirate? Is it shark pirate or shark? I know it's a shark pirate. It will chase you down. Shark baby 50-50. I don't remember. I always forget until I fight it. But just know this one will chase you down. The turtles will not chase you. So you can kind of pace yourself smoothly. You can get to level 80 plus on a 2x or 150% XP weekend, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can really gain a lot of XP up to 85 there. Over here you can get to about level 100 100 plus, 108, 110 maybe from just fighting here at a low level, at a level that you can handle with no problem. So these zones, the XP is great in this game, right? So this is my thought on that's just my little this is me just giving some I guess some tips here. If anybody doesn't know that and you're new and you make another character, but now you know. If you do not know, if you're very new, have not even touched the game yet, now you got something to think about as you go through the game. So I'm just gonna fight level mobs. I will be level 10 eventually. This video is already 27 minutes as well. So as you can see, I'm taking my time. I notice everybody want to rush sometimes. Not not everybody, but you get what I'm saying. Rushing, I like to be patient here and just take my time and just enjoy the game. Play some music, you go play the game, put some music on in the background, listen to the game music. It sounds great, right? And enjoying the time you have. There's no rush to hit level 10 or 60 or so. It's fun hitting level 66, getting that first job advancement. But you can take in the game a little bit longer if you just go ahead and take your time and just learn as much as you can. So yeah, I'm going straight into leveling. I'm not really worrying about too much gear early on. I'm just worrying about chopping down these mobs right here. These dudes don't really hit that hard. There we go, level 10. You see, as you can see, the game has dropped me another card. All right, I'm gonna see the Fleet Runners and I got Lux 3 here. I'm gonna go to my cards. Piercing Fury. I'm gonna favorite that. With F. If you press F, you can favorite. If you press C, it goes in the chat, as you can see. Little game tip. I'm favoriting it just in case I make another character that may need it. Just in case I see a new player that might need it and I just give it to them. That's gonna help buff their damage. Piercing Fury damage has to do with being a knight. That has a knight skill. But also there's the Weaver class. The Weaver class also takes the Piercing Fury. So that can be used for a Weaver if you decide to become a Weaver and want to use Piercing Fury. I believe there's an auto casting weapon for Piercing. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna check the spare of the map that much. But yeah, that's something you can look up on your own and figure out. I'm just letting you know that it might be an option. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I forgot. But I know Impel. There's a nice skill called Impel. Impel does have auto casting. So here we go, a little more leveling. Now, I'm gonna up 2 AGI here, and I'm gonna up some strength. I'm just scaling damage off what I'm fighting. I'm trying to hit a little bit faster here. But almost every zone has useful cards and useful artifacts to get you going. I haven't put a single artifact on. You see how slow I'm moving right now. Even with haste, I'm moving slow. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fight a little bit more of these seeds here. You're living with these seeds in here. Got some shorts. These shorts, I'm gonna hit the bag. Press B. You can also press B to open bag. A little key bind. And these shards, those are used for refining, which is at the blacksmith of the town. If you highlight, it tells you used to refine armor from +1 to +6, used by blacksmith. There is a higher tier version of this shard that goes above +6. So that is one thing. Same thing this one. Different shards for different weapons types. So little information there. I don't really do long videos on YouTube. Normally, I'm a streamer. Like I have been streaming for years, and it's as a thing I've been doing for years. I used to do FPS games, and I switched from music. I switched from gaming. At the end of 2024, I changed my entire Twitch name to focus on music. So I realized how I was getting really good at it, and I really love music. I've always wanted to make music, but I didn't think about doing the form that I'm doing. I never thought about producing music. It just passed my line up for years. I just never thought about it like that. I wanted to sing and actually instead. But now I produce music on a experimental level, like experimental music and instrumental. You like instrumental experimental music, where just that's my focus at the moment. I have my, I do like I could do soundtracks. I do have my own sound and style. I am one of those artists that have their own style and sound, and I'm just trying to refine it and improve it this year. At the moment, that's been my goal, to try to master my own sound. And so far, everything's going all right. I'm having a lot of fun. I love everything I make. You gotta love what you do, and you gotta accept what you do when it comes to your craft. Because if you don't accept what you do and like what you do, it can take a hit. You can take a hit, I think. Definitely can take a hit, and it only becomes like, what's the point of doing it if you don't love what you do? Because results happen over time through practice. If you ever want to start doing something and you want to learn an instrument, learn how to paint, coding, or anything, you gotta understand that results don't happen overnight. Results happen with practice, months, years, weeks of practice. Years of practice. It all depends, and everybody adapt at their own time and speed. So there's no reason for you to compare yourself as well to other people. That's just me. Just giving you a little thought on that as well, about just some actual conversation here to give you something to think about as you listen to this gameplay and watching my gameplay. I'll give you a little bit something to think about as well on top of that. So try not to compare yourself to other people, because that everybody always say don't compare, but I'm going a little bit further. I think and just talking about why. I'm gonna tell you why, because and you notice everybody that watches this and listens, you notice everybody moves at their own pace. Nobody is the same entirely at all. We all have our own unique things about us that makes us special. So when you understand that, you stop comparing. And even if you do in your head, you kind of push yourself away from that, because it's not healthy, it's not good. I have a lot of tracks. I have thousands of tracks in just 22 months. I think 1,000 plus, more than 1,000. Probably like 1.2. Not trying to brag or nothing, but it takes me that many tracks to get as good as I am. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm really good at what I do. I didn't start bad in my opinion, but I'm still not at the level, that I aim to be. I have big dreams, big goals. I want to be one of the best to do this ever. So I gotta keep working hard at it, and every single day I make music. Almost every single day. Last year I think I missed a few days maybe of music to focus on video editing. But even then, so I was video editing to my music. So I was still doing something productive towards my music to help out, put it out, better. So that is that. I'm not really giving nobody my music name on Twitter on here at all. If you wanna check out my Twitch, though, just deep dive into my mind. As well, that's where you will find me doing what I do, gaming or even music, and the links will be there. But so I kind of just gave you the name, I guess. You watch the video, so I did just give the name randomly. No way around it, 'cause that's my Twitch name. But besides that, yeah, don't compare yourself to other people at all. If you're gonna look at somebody, take inspiration from them and understand if they can do it, you can do it. I think that's what it means to be inspired. Understand that the person that you look up to or admire or respect, understand that they are a human being just like you. Famous or not, you can do whatever they can do in your own very way. And that is why And that's just being inspired. You understand that? I believe so. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of these, and boom, hit. I'm gonna hit the skills real quick. Blade Master is gonna up my attack. Now I'm gonna look elsewhere, just double check. I got one extra point. I can really side this, maybe a movement speed, hit that over. And I'm also gonna go my bag. Like say you can press B to open your bag, B to open bag, or you can click on a bag and open it. I'm gonna go to my artifacts. I got an Iron Team of Lux. And in this game, 322 is the best you can have in terms of stats with these artifacts. People call it BIS, I think, BIS, best in slot. At first, I did not know what people meant by that. I had to ask. But 322 is your best. Nothing wrong with this. Is 321. If you gotta use it, like I said, don't focus too hard on that. If all you guys are 222, you just want to move forward, do it. If you're in the zone fighting and you get a 322, then put it on. Stats don't really matter at the moment. You can always replace it on. Luckily, I have a Lux that I can use. I'm not really focused on heavy Lux on my stats at the moment. So hey, that helped me. That's helping me put my Lux up for free. I got another Lux 322, right? I got 322. So 3 Lux was 3 crit, 2% attack, 2% MP. That's gonna help with my mana a little bit. So I'm gonna look through and see the other ones I have. I got Dex for Scout. I got Vit. I got INT, AGI, MP attack. All right. I may go with the AGI, MP, and attack here. So I want to get my attack speed up a little bit more for free. All right. So there we go. Now I put all those on. I don't have a full set yet. Do not have a full set. Full set gives you it says all stats +1. So I'm gonna get a full set in a little bit. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna fight some of these cat meow. Literally, these guys they're magic, so I'm not really the greatest against them because they have magic. I don't have a lot of mana defense. Mana defense helps you block off magic. Alright, so and as a player I normally go with just basic attacks. I like to get my masteries up first. That's why I was talking about having like raw power in this game to some extent. It's not that bad though. The power's not that bad. Right now I am struggling to fight here with the dog. It's a good area to be in. So I'm just gonna hit these. Now if I were to get high bid, I could probably skip some levels by going to Freshen Woods. If I can get like a 1k plus HP, I can probably do that. Potentially. And get to like level 30 plus fast. But any new player that plays the game, they may not know that if they have that much HP, they can do that potentially in a skill. So you can bob and weave a mob over there and like potentially skip some levels early on. Anybody that's like experienced and have a first, second, third account and they make a new account, they can legit give their account better gear and go do that. And they'll be like level 30 plus, like not even 15 minutes probably way less than that. I don't even know. I didn't time it. I done it, but I didn't even time it. But it's pretty quick. I just see I'm not hitting that. I'm not hitting that fast. So I'm gonna up more AGI. There'll be players that tell you to go shrimp first, which is fine. Yeah, I like you want to get your attack up, but also having that faster attack just makes a whole lot of difference in speed to kill. So that's why I'm upping it. I do a balance between AGI and shrimp. And you add as needed. You add stats as needed if you need to as well. If that's the way you like to approach a game. I add stuff as needed. If my HP is too low and I feel like I'm dying too quick, or I feel like I'm taking too much HP, I'm gonna add more bit. And then when I get to level 100 or so, I may just change up my stats. I may adjust my stats based off of my skills more. But it's all preference on that end. As you can see, I'm hitting a little bit faster, and I'm also taking them down a little bit quicker than before. Right now we're on even level, a little bit higher than a couple. Now as you see, I got a Windborn Relic. I'm going to put that one on. It's a Dex. I can replace it later as I fight more of these mobs. So I'm going to stay here for a bit. I'm going to up this. I'm going to up this by 1, up this by 2. Now I'm even stats. 28, 28. And I'm just going to keep on fighting. Now, if you're one of those people that on Discord or look at a guide, and I'm going to show you something important for those that are looking at guides. If you click R or F, for you it's going to be F if you're a new player. It shows you the dog pup card. In the pre-section on Discord, people say grab these to kind of level it, because priest doesn't really have a lot, like a strong, a lot of skills to work off, and just mainly buffs. And now, it's not really a priest of accolade. They have buffs, and they have a holy light skill. It's not really that the strongest off rip. So players will tell you to get firebolt to work off. As you can see, firebolt has auto casting, so you can literally wear this under with a helmet. Like, I could get this, and it would do the same thing in auto cast, or I can have, like, let me show you on the map. I can go over to Sunny. I can have one of these helmets on and use the card on top of it, and it'll auto cast for me. Or I can go in here my skills and like cast it myself. Me, I like auto casting it. Like, I have a sword out, for example, and I would like swing, and it would auto cast the fire. Or I have a bow. That's a little thing. I see a lot of players do the casting themselves. If you already got a account with your first priest, you can legitimately just go with your character where it auto cast it instead. They even got an auto cast like helmet for Holy Light. And then on top of that, if you want to cast your Holy Light, there's so many different ways to play this game. Like, if you want to cast your Holy Light, you can also how to say this? You can get cards that buff your Holy Light damage. As you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage. The best thing to do there is walk away. Walk away, no ego, fight something else. This cat meow is making it a little uncomfortable the way it's staring at me. I do not like the way it's staring at me. I feel threatened right now, but that's okay. And also, I got my last piece, which is a scroll. So I'm gonna go to my bag, and I got an INT2. I got a Lux 3. And I got all good ones that correlate to this class, skills, and so on. So I say I'm just taking my time. This video, hey, it may not be super fast, but you get the patience that I have for my leveling, and that anybody can have. It's really no rush. You realize that there's no rush in progress. That can really apply to almost anything in your life. I think so. That could really apply to your life, your everyday life, and you realize there's no rush. Yes, you gotta progress, but progression has nothing to do with rushing. Progression, to me at least, has to do with taking steps every day to make a difference. If you want to, like I said, I'm gonna go back to the art. I like, I make music, so I'm gonna go to art as an example. I can do athlete stuff too. If you wanted to be a great kicker, for example, in soccer, or AKA people call it football in the EU, right? And across the world. If you want to be a great soccer player, AKA football player, I don't want to be no disrespect. I want to say it both ways for the people that say it other way. If you want to be great at it, and kicking, you will kick. Let's say you kick 1,000 balls every day, right? You may kick 1,000 balls every day just to get better. Every single day you kick 1,000 balls, and that is how progress happens. Same thing with the game. If I were to do only 12 levels today, 12 levels tomorrow, I'm making progress. And I'm not rushing to make progress. My character's still getting stronger, and I get stronger. I'm not losing anything at all. I'm losing no time at all. I'm just working with them in my patience instead. So I'm gonna go here. I got a card. I got a dog pup. I'm gonna show what I'm talking about. Now, this works better, right? So you can auto cast. I'm not a mage class or INT based, but you can cast this sucker. It's a little slow for me because I'm not. Let's say I'm not a mage, or I'm not INT or accolade / priest class. To speed this up, you need more dex. But also, I can do this. I were to swing, right? I were to swing, and also your utilities also counts as your headwear. So if I were to swing enough, it should auto cast. There you go. See, so you can auto cast cards like that with just any weapon. So that's a little trick there in case you want to get creative with it. I'm gonna go here and craft. I'm gonna go over here and dismantle. Actually, I'm gonna check everything. That's a beta of this. I got a Lux 3 here. I'm gonna check everything. I'm looking for AGI if I got one. If I got one, I'm gonna use it. If not, no AGI. All right. And I'm gonna check everything. Let's double check. I almost went too quick. Got a Lux 3 here. I'm looking for a VIT. If I find it, I use it. No VIT. No VIT at all. I may go with the AGI here. It's a 2, but I want the AGI. The Ramsec, I just keep it. It's a Dex. I should have waited, to be honest, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna favorite this, and I may not even use this later on, so it's all good. I can press Q. If you press Q, you can dismantle. When you dismantle, so you once again I'm gonna go slow. You hover, press Q, dismantle. Dismantling turns your item into materials for crafting. All right. The other way to do that is if you go here, you can dismantle, full dismantle everything, and it does the same thing. All right. And then you can also turn that into gold at the NPC in town. So I'm just gonna fight here and just get it in real quick. So you see the auto cast. I'm gonna right click over here and get rid of this and auto cast me. So as you see, I now have a flame sword, a flaming sword. So like I said, you're gonna get creative with it. There you go for the creative people that getting ideas from just watching. Everything in this game has not been explored. There's so many combinations, so many patterns that can be used to create a character. Now, do I think there's more things that are going to be added in the game? I think so is common sense. Like, for example, in the skill tree interests me. You see how all these things have the little circle? If I had to take a wild guess, I don't think I'm thinking like this. If I had to take a wild guess, these slots give potential for more skills in these slots. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. But if I'm, if I'm right, then cool is cool. You're cool and all. But I think that gives a lot of potential for more skills in the future, depending on how creative the dev and the team can get with their skills. Even having like an upgraded Venom Strike, like I'm gonna spit ideas. Venom Strike has it has I don't know how many hits it has. I think it tells me. Got more hits per level, but what if this turns to another like variant of a different Venom Strike, like a different version of it, or I don't know, Venom Pierce or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But that gives a lot of potential for more skills. And excuse my mic. My mic's not that great. I have to use a wireless headset because my wired headset that I normally would use for talking, my USB ports don't really work out that well, sadly. So I'm just working with what I have until I get a new computer in the future. So this is not the best mic in the world, but it's not the worst either. So if that bothers you, hey, it could keep bothering you. I will be honest. I'm one of those guys. I'm just straight up, blunt, honest about that. Somebody's like, "Oh, your mic is spooky." Somebody did that last time, like me, bro. I just ignored him. I literally deleted. I literally ignore, literally denied a message on my page. Cause like, bro, that's pettiness, you know. And that's what being to be kind of understanding and considerate, because you never know in life. You never know what somebody else is going through. You never know what somebody has or don't have. And everybody's going to focus on what they don't have all the time. Me, I like to focus on what I do have instead of focus on what I don't have. But when you focus on what you don't have all the time, you're going to end up having less because you're too busy focusing on what you don't have instead of focusing on what you do have, which is your advantage, because you have something that can turn everything around for you in your life and make things better for you. But the moment you focus on negatives all day, it does nothing for a person. It does nothing for nobody. You're too busy focusing on the negative. You focus on what you don't. What you do have is an advantage, and that stands above what you don't have, right? That's just a little thought there. Like I said, this video is not just to talk about the game, but anybody can go on a video game and talk about a game. No disrespect to anybody. Anybody can talk about just the game, but let's talk about some serious stuff in between. That way, somebody may watch the video and need to hear this. I don't know what somebody needs to hear. You may need to hear what I'm saying. You just may need to hear it today or the next day, or whatever day you find it. So, be grateful, be thankful for what you have, and use your gifts, your God-given gifts, to your advantage. When you figure out what it is, you don't know what it is. And any skill that you take up, just know that any skill as well, any skill that you take up in life can also benefit another skill or even a gift you have in areas, right? It can benefit each other. It can benefit each other. And then on top of that, you can help somebody else out. I think it's good to help people out. It's very good to help people out, not just doing everything for yourself and only yourself and benefit just yourself. I don't think anybody entirely just do everything to benefit yourself, but at the end of the day, try to do things to help somebody else out. Everything doesn't have a price on it as well. And this is my video. You'll have to agree with everything I say, but everything does not have a price. That's my opinion, my thought. That's how I feel about things in life. Everything's not about a price. Everything's, sometimes you're doing things out of kindness of your heart, and the things of your heart. This is way better than putting a price on every single thing. This game is in play testing. Help each other out. You know, if you're gonna play the game, this game play testing. Everything that you're grinding so hard for, we're gonna get a wipe. Anybody new to this game, and just join the video and you're listening fully, you're gonna get a wipe. You know, you're gonna hold your goals and buying stuff you want and selling things, but also help out somebody. You know, help somebody is more in between. Sell your stuff, then make your game money, but also do something to help other players out. If you're a boss grinder and that's all you do, and you don't help out players, or like you're not obligated to help anybody. What I'm saying is that all you do, and you got extra parts like extra gear, extra gems, extra cards, maybe sell a little cheaper than what you normally would. You know, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't hurt to do something like that. To be kind. You know, don't go too far off the price. Sell a little cheaper. A little cheaper could be like 2% off, 5%. No, that's being kind. I'm gonna dismantle this again, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna craft an item. All right, I'm gonna craft an item. These right here, they give you mana on kill. These kunais are what I'm gonna go for. I want these. I want to get upgrade. You know, Papa need an upgrade. I'm gonna get this fern coat as well. I don't really care for the wish step because that is cast speed, but at the same time, I may need. I don't have any shoes on. I think I'm gonna also go. I'll probably go for the MP regen antlers here, but this one right here, I like the way these look the most. I might go for. I like the spring horns. They look fire. But if I really need a mana, I go for an MP just for it. And there we go. Now I got new stuff. I'm gonna go here. I got a dex, and I'm gonna just use the one I have. I'm gonna use what I have here because that's the one I roll. First roll, no takebacks. This one gives you a little HP, a little MP. This one as well. I think it's even more HP. 438, 413. This one gives you dex. So if you're a scout, that's what you get. I just bought it randomly because I like the way it looks. Also, some kunai scroll, I think. Can be range. Yeah, some of this is range. Damage from melee. I'm an expert player. I'm just reading through still. Got the antlers. I'm gonna hide them. I like the way they look. What I'm wearing. If I want more HP, I hit this. And also just got the IGI. This one got a little bit more Vic, but let's see. This one has more MP though. It has less HP, more MP, less defense. Can receive is more. So I may just keep this one. I just wasted that, but it's not much of a waste. I press Q, get rid of it. Get rid of it. This one now, I'm gonna show y'all something. You're not gonna have much gold. This is a different account. I'm gonna go back to the starter town. I'm gonna show you new players or anybody just watching, haven't even downloaded or currently downloading to watch. I'm gonna go here to Weaver, and if you go to Weaver, I can take off this for 25k my cards. Right? I can take off the card. All right, and I can place that. I'm gonna do the next one with this too, and I can place it on my new weapons. So any card that you get, you can reuse it. So I'm gonna put it on this for the hit. That's just basic attack. I believe so. Well, it has to do with accuracy, I think. Like that's accuracy, accurate, yeah. And then this one, I'm gonna change the dex to the Lux, and I'm gonna press Q and get rid of this one. Q will get rid of this one, and then I'm gonna put the dog pup back on it. I don't really need it. I probably just hold it. I favor it actually. I don't really need it. And now I'm gonna go back. And also one thing, into the game, you can change your appearance at all times. So just click on this little stylus, and you get a new hairdo. You can do anything you want to do with that. You can do as many times as you want. Yeah, I got the bald head. Got that right there. Maybe it's time to get a new hairdo, right? Maybe I'm growing my hair out, right? Stages of life. I'm growing my hair out. Somebody messed up my fade though. Somebody did mess up my line. They got me. They got a brother messed up. But that's okay. That's okay. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you go to the barber, new barber. They mess up your fade. They mess you up. So Dad, I'm gonna be real with you, Dad. You don't have to fix that. Dad. You don't have to fix that. I'm just joking. It don't look bad. It don't look bad, Dad. Now as you see, I got multi-strike. So I'm hitting multiple. Look at that. Look how that goes on to that. Boom, boom, boom. These kunais are way better because the multi-strike. That's what's going on here. Now I really can get down. Look, now I can really. And multi-strike also hit the same. I think it hits the same damage amount.
Yeah, multi-strike, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I may say something incorrect. I'm not used to doing all this talking in videos. I stream, but it's different. Like doing videos is like it's more like on the fly, right? Like I'm just on the fly. I'm not prepping this at all in my mind. I didn't put nobody's prepped. I'm just doing it. I'm just talking. If I stutter, it's stumbling my words. It is what it is on that. Somebody makes fun of me, it's whatever. Somebody doesn't like my what I say, it's whatever. And nobody's hurting my feelings if that's the case. I'm just trying to be honest about my thoughts here and make a good video with the time I have before I make music. The video is a little longer than I want it to be, but I'm in a moment, and maybe get to level 20 here. So however long it takes to get level 20, and I may not get to level 20. I might just end it right now or at 15. It all depends. It's gonna speed up. You get these kunais, it's gonna speed up. And anybody can rock these kunais. You don't have to be a rogue class, but it will benefit you as a rogue because you have the advantage with kunais. You go to Blade Mastery, you have an advantage with the kunais. I think the kunais are considered as daggers, right? Let's see. Yeah, the kunais are daggers, so that's why you have advantage. And this multi-strike can speed up your whole entire gameplay. And you can dodge with it, right? You can look at it. I can dodge, you can back up through distance. Like I said, kunais are considered range. This is distance. So if I was to add Dex, I could if I want to, but I would increase my attack with the range at least. I believe so. Yeah, once again, you have a lot of crit room for long. You ain't gonna hurt me. You ain't gonna hurt me. You watch the video and you experience players. You ain't gonna hurt me. You got something you want to add on to help out a new player? Go for in the comments and be respectful. If you're not respectful and you're weird, I will delete your comment and I will hide everything you say in any of my videos. I do not get down like that. I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm cool and collected, and I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to have a good time. Nobody has time for that immature stuff and weird people, dude. I deal with it every month on Twitch. I deal with somebody that's trying to be weird when I'm producing music every single month. So I don't have time for it in the videos at all. Now, again, you're not bothering me, but I'm not going to tolerate it. I will treat you like a toddler. That's my heads up for anybody in the future that watch this. Anybody, I'm just letting you know how I'm straight up. I'm a straight up dude. I'm a straight up guy with how I feel and what I'm thinking. I'm not assuming everybody's the same way, but I'm giving you a heads up. So if you do it, just know if you ever comment again and I will reply, because I reply to everything. Every comment I will reply to it because I value the comments of those that reply underneath my stuff. Because you're taking time out your day to give my video a chance. That means a lot. So I value your time. So that's why I reply to everything, even just an emo or the same thing underneath. I just want to show that I care and I'm thankful for you to, give me time out your day. You don't have to do that. So I appreciate your time. If you made this far in the video, I appreciate your time. So thank you in advance. If you go to my Twitch and give me a follow, I appreciate you as well. Deep dive into my mind. So just know that if you don't watch the new production, just come in only for the game. Much appreciated. You very much appreciated. I love streaming, I love games, I love producing music. I'm a very passionate guy. And I love helping out players in this game whenever I can. And I'm going to go forward. Now I'm hitting a little different with this kunai. Now, if you play the game without talking much, I guess, like I'm doing and so on, you may go faster. This video, you may do this way faster than me. I'm just talking a little bit during the video, trying to give out some thoughts. Now I can level up faster because I got these kunais. They help out a lot. I can keep my distance. And once I get more movement speed, I'm just chilling. I will show y'all something too. I forgot to show you, but it's all good. No biggie. Now I'm gonna speed up these attacks. I'm not really hitting that bad. For the sake of the video, I may go a little more higher on the AGI as well. So I'm gonna go pretty much I'm like even out almost. Got a little more AGI. Normally I have a little more strength. So it's all good. I'm just trying to get the attacks a little bit higher. There we go. And these are magic. They're hitting magic. So they're gonna hit me regardless if I dodge. And I'm still moving to keep the distance. Because with the distance, they gotta be a certain distance to even, put their abilities on me. And they don't see the dude's not doing nothing because I'm out of his range. But once he lock in, he got me. No, the thing is, I wonder if they do more damage. If they do less damage, not more. I wonder if they do less damage when further away from their range. I want their accuracy to go down. I don't really know. I'm not really paying attention that deep to it. I'm just trying to stay alive. That's not that important. Ooh. I finally have gotten clapped. As you see, I have finally gotten clapped. And it's happened to a brother. It's okay. Go back to time. Go back to time. It happens. You go over here to the healer. Boom. Hit. You go over here. Sunny. Cool. Right? Cool. 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 It happens sometimes. It happens to the best. Now there is another zone area that's good for leveling. A little lag there. It's all good. I got a bunny card. I'm gonna go ahead and click here. And I'm going, this one gives you attack speed. That's great. I love that. Now my attack speed went up a little bit. Firebolt damage. I could hit this with a firebolt. I will have to, I don't know if the next, like, makes it go faster on the autocast. I haven't really tested that out. Like I said, I don't be paying attention to that stuff that deep. I'm just trying to, you know, level here. I'm not trying to be so technical and mathematical in my head. That's not even that important. I'm playing a video game here. Oh, that's not that important. Like, now, there was a little thing about this. We had a little talk with this girl about a bunny rabbit. Ooh, no, not the rabbit. No. As you can see, I've been clapped by the rabbit. As you've seen, this is my second death. The rabbit has clapped me. Do not fight that rabbit. If you're not ready, do not. That rabbit will knock you out. It will treat you like kangaroo. It will treat you like Kangaroo Jack treats his opponents in the ring. You do not want to get Kangaroo Jack that early on. It will do it to you. As you see, I was going to test it out anyway. You know, for just just for giggles. But that test did not happen because I got clapped way too fast to test out anything. Sometimes that happens. I'm gonna walk away. I'm not gonna hurt my pride. Ain't gonna hurt my pride. Not gonna hurt mine. Not today. That's all good. Sometimes it happens. But you know what it did hurt? You know what it did hurt though? It hurt my mustache. My beautiful mustache. It hurt. And that, God, I take personal. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna handle that. If we're gonna come back, we're gonna handle that. We're gonna handle that. Yeah, it's not sweet anymore. That thing, the rabbit hurt it hurt my feelings. And it hurt my mustache feelings. That's okay. I'm gonna get stronger. Now I'm extra motivated to get stronger. I'm a hell of that. Yeah. I'm gonna move around now. Yeah. Now I'm gonna share a little trick too. You think you move a little bit slow still? The good thing about having these wind burns, you don't gotta worry about using haste too much. Because the wind burns will help out. Now it's speeding you out. Look how beautiful I'm moving now. The movement in this game is beautiful. Beautiful movement. Surffield. The Surffield, you know who I am on Discord. So if you hear me say Surffield in the video, you know who I am, man. I'm the only guy call you that in Discord, I think so. Nobody else calling you no Surffield. So a little lag there. A little lag right there. Good. Probably because I'm on recording. See, I'm saying it's real time. It's real time. No editing. No editing right now. Just pure like raw video footage. Yeah. Any imperfections, any stutters, anything I say wrong. If I say my words wrong, you will hear it all. And you know what? You will accept it. Because I am not trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I'm dang sure going to be as good as I can be as a human being. I'll be the best I can be at what I do. That's one thing. Nothing wrong aiming towards being the best at what you do. Like for me for music, I'm aiming to be one of the best to do it. Oh, shoot! Oh! It's all good. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Get a little stumbling game. Sometimes the bees get you on there. Now I wonder if I'm curious. What I love about the game, I can test out some things here. What? See, I'm not using any abilities. Like I told you, I don't really use abilities a lot. Most of the time, I just be using regular raw hits. As you can see, I'm just raw hitting these bees. Now, somebody's gonna say something about what I just said. I just noticed that. Raw. You know, I'm just gonna not say anything more about it. But as you see, I'm hitting these bees with raw attacks, basic attacks. Yeah, so that's why I was talking about raw strength in the game. Because then you can pretty much have stronger basic hits. I love basic hits. It's one of my favorite in the game. Just walking around, just swinging a sword, just throwing kunai, just fire. That's super fun. I don't have to be at these bees. I'm having so much fun right now. I just got swap kunais and daggers. I'm having so much fun right now. Very addictive once you get some good weapons going. And it doesn't take that long to get good weapons going. And these Windborns, man, they move so well, so well. Another artifact I really like in the game, which I'm going to talk about, and this artifact I think is super important for scout players that are just not having fun. I'm gonna say it, but I try to give somebody the same advice. You know, I'll try to help out somebody and they ain't gonna take it about it. But if you seriously care about your scout gameplay, this is what I recommend getting. You go here to Forgotten and you get one of these Blitz, bro. Get Blitz. Get Blitz. If you do not like scout gameplay, that Blitz will change your whole perspective. I kid you not. Blitz is super fast. It's got like I say, auto attack chain +2. You get 4, you get a piece, you get a set of this. It's gonna change your whole perspective on this game when it comes to scouts. Yes, scouts can be a little slow with hitting at first, up to AGI, but when you get these forgotten when you get these list scores, oh man, your attack speed will go up so much. So much. And the auto chain is so nice, like a domino effect. So you gotta get those lists if you wanna have a more fluent gameplay as a scout. So you get your natural attack speed up. And also, like I said, that repeater bow. I think every scout main player should experience this. Like I say, it's way up in a 70 zone. That's the only thing about it. But if I'm taking a wild guess, I think that weapon is for the. I think that weapon will be more useful in the future for a advanced class like the ranger. I don't know what the ranger class is really going to be focused on. If the ranger class focuses on bows more so, or if the devil make a bow focused class, then yeah, I can see it. I can see that bow being very useful for in game, as well as the bow at the level 100 zone, which is guarding, which I'm going to point out in a second for players that are watching this for the first time, watching gameplay of this game for the first time. I'm going to point that out as well. Just give me a second. Let me just get these bees out the way. All right, so over here they have a also a really good bow. These two are the best, I think, and they're higher zones. But also, I'm sure, like I say, I don't know what they're thinking, but his prediction, I'm sure he's going to add more bows in the game that become very viable, very viable. So that's just my thought. I like to predict things. I think as of now, a lot of players are not experiencing that repeater unless they're one of the players that just are oddball that want to run a bow, a bow in game. And I'm running a bow too. I got a priest that runs a bow. I got a ranged priest that's really good that runs a bow. So I get to experience the bow. But I think a lot of gunslingers is not going to run a bow because why run a bow? You're a gunslingers and you get more out of it, right? You just get more damage out of it, and it's beneficial. It's beneficial. The bows as of now, they're not. I don't think they're that beneficial unless you make them beneficial. That's up to the player creativity. If you're creative, then yes, is very beneficial. Very. You're being creative with it and you find a way to use it. There's skills like dunk shot that you can attain, and just pure hitting. And then you can also use range with other skills. So that's just me just speaking on it. But I'm not talking, and I'm not trying to say nothing bad about it. Oh, whoa, whoa. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the game though in terms of I just think the bows is just more future use or used for like more creativity. But I do think other players should experience. Make it, if you have not experienced with Peter at all since you joined the game, you're an experienced player. I recommend making a new account with a scout and give them a repeater and blitz forwards, and watch how that feels over your first experience. It's gonna be a whole different ballgame. Definitely. That's just me. That's just me giving a thought on it. I made 3 different scouts for this game. I deleted one to make a new priest and turn into a weaver instead. So I have tested out the bows. I have tested out every bow in the game, and I love the bows. I think the bows are great. You can rock any bow with a blitz core and get the joy of it. But if you want speed, then yeah, those are the best. Those are the best for sure. With the refinements, no beating no plus refinement to be honest. for speed. Alright then. So we level 16. We are level 16. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little multi-strike. I got some skills I can hit up really quick. In my videos, you're gonna see me always using basic attacks a lot of times. Like I said, I'm not assuming that's not gonna work on basic attacks to get a little stronger. I'm a big basic attack builder, and I know I'm not the only person that feels that way. There's definitely people that love basic attack. So when I build my character, I'm focused on ways to use basic attack a lot of the time. A lot of my times, I'm trying to use basic attack, to be honest. And like I said, I'm not the only person in the world that feels that way. Somebody else may disagree and prefer use of skill more than basic attack. That's why we all so unique in our own way, right? Individuality is a thing. No matter how you look at it, individuality is a thing. Where I may love basic attack, somebody else may just love the standard skills more so. But that's where the auto casting becomes interesting because you can use basic attacks with auto casting. It's not no auto aim. You know, I'm actually clicking on stuff right now. Is there a faster way to level than what I'm doing? Yeah, sure. But if you're a new player your first time playing the game, you may not level super fast. Unless you're partying up with people or you just like, I don't know. There's ways a little faster, sure. But I'm just practicing, I'm just trying to, you know, you can understand there's no need to rush as well. You enjoy things way better when you take your time, I think. And that's cool for a guy that's power levels. But even if I power level some people sometimes, doesn't mean that they're rushing at after 60 levels in. Like I say, I got a certain threshold for people to join. Power level has always been a thing in games. There's no taking it away from me, I think. And there's nothing wrong with people wanting to have a little bit of leveling help. You know, if somebody else disagree and be like, oh, that's gonna make them quit or something, I've seen people say that before. But dude, that's not necessarily true. That depends on a person. A person can play the game and level themselves and want to quit. We're going to talk about that side of things as well. I'm not trying to be negative about things, but if I want to be real as well, you can level up somebody, help them out, and they'll stay in the game, or they, you know, that has nothing to do with it. People getting help has nothing to do with it. Sometimes somebody not getting help is what makes them want to not play the game too. Because sometimes somebody does need a little help, a little push. You know, that has nothing to do. It's just preference of the game. Individuality. It's like it depends on the individual. Me, I like to level myself up, but I also like to invite people to the games with me, like parties and level up with players. Like as of now, if I do a server chat, I would say, hey, leveling party, boom, 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 and we all level up. We all level together faster. That's how when I play the game, I joined in mid-December. That's what I did, and I would help people with level 25 join my party while I'm level 55, and we all will level up as swamps or fairy land and get to level 60 plus jobs together. I was starting big old parties on my main account, Spiritvale Rogue. Anybody that been playing since then, they know that. Anybody that stayed in places, they know that I'm telling the truth. I had vibes of it and everything, clips of it. Big parties. Even the players that I would level up, they would join me and fight with me. Anybody think, oh, you know, let's say I'm leeching and so on. Players that said that they have not partied up with enough players to really know what they're talking about. No disrespect. It's just you haven't, I think. Because the thing, if you have, you know that players are very inclined to want to. People want to fight. Most players that sit around and get power level, they do want to fight. A lot of them do. From my experience, at least, I have had players that want to fight. And then there are also players that do not want to fight until a certain level, and there are also players that get job level and leave and go do their own thing. So there's a different variety of players, but that comes from like actually experience of starting a bunch of parties to know that. Like one shoe don't fit all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So don't ever think that because people are getting help, that's gonna make them quit, bro. It's you not helping is gonna make people want to quit too. You know, if somebody does want to quit for that reason, somebody can feel. It's very mixed feelings. You know, I'm just trying to give you like a real talk on it. It's very mixed feelings here. It's like it can work both ways. I'm saying like, you know, anybody ever say that I just really think you're wrong, and it doesn't always add up to that. This game is an amazing game. You know, on the positive side, this game is amazing. It's an amazing game. I'm gonna say that right now. This game is so fun. So fun if you give it a chance. Super fun if you give it a chance. And just be patient with it and give it a try. Everything's not about quick dopamine. If things feel slow off the rip, and you don't have anybody help you, but when you want help, just give it a chance. Everything's not about quick dopamine all the time. I think just loving and getting stronger gives just as much dopamine than just quick leveling all the time. This game is very quick to level. It's not that hard to level this game at all. You can get on for 30 minutes and get some levels. And that's all depends on your own satisfaction. You know, it depends. Like if you're satisfied with just 12 levels in an hour, then you're satisfied. Everybody won't be satisfied with just 12 levels in an hour or 30 minutes. Hey, that's preference. You know, that's preference. There's no getting around that unless you know what you're doing fast enough. But yeah, I just had to spend my thought on people of things I have seen in Discord. I always talk about Discord conversation and topics too. I think keep the video interesting. But yeah, I have leveled up a lot of players. I have helped out a lot of players, and a lot of times those players have joined me in combat after they got a little stronger. But that's also because I'm not putting them in zones where they're unable to fight. And if I do put them in zones where they're unable to fight, I was playing a character that can help them fight with me, like a paladin. A paladin can taunt, right? So if you do power level up players and you want them to fight with you, then you got multiple accounts and classes. So you got think with approach things with purpose. My purpose was to get players involved. The whole time I was leveling players with the purpose of getting them involved as well. So I went paladin and I would taunt, and my paladin would pretty much eat the damage. That way they can fight. So we'll be at a level 120 zone at level 70, like War Camp, for example, which is. One second, let me fight this and I'll show you. We'll be at War Camp. We'll go ahead and fight this. Alright. You may hear my nephew whine in the background. I do have a nephew. I have no kids of my own, but I have a sister that has a kid, and he's my nephew. So he's whining. He is right over here. He's over here. So, let's see. Where's grandma? So, on top of that, if you go to War Camp, it's a 120 zone. I can get a full team with level 70s and 80s over here without them dying much by just taunting as a paladin. So yes, there's power to team play, but if somebody were to look at the game to only as, oh, you're just power leveling people and they're not fighting or nothing. No, that's what's going on your team, not on everybody's team. And you gotta also understand you have the ability to get everybody involved by saying, hey, let's move zone. And then type in the chat, hey, it's communication, guys. It's communication. I would type in, hey guys, if you want to fight, come fight. So anybody that wants to fight will come fight. Anybody that just wants to stay for XP and that's it. You can tell who wants to stay for XP. And you know what I would do? I'd be like, hey, at level 80, I'm gonna swap out players and get new players in here that's level 80 plus to fight. And boom, I start replacing players off the team. I'm like, hey, your time is up. Somebody else wants to join. I'm not replacing because they're replaceable. I'm replacing them to give somebody else a chance that may want to fight instead. And then I say, hey, next time I have a fix, and next time there's another XP party, you can join up. Hey, fight with me. You can join up. So I don't see people as no, it's not about that. It's more so as a power leveler, my job is to help out as many players as possible. That's what I'm trying to do there. So I'm not gonna let people stay that long. And if I see players fighting, other players that I see players fighting, right? And I see players that want to join, and I know that people that are fighting and contributing to the team, I'm going to keep the players that are fighting a little bit longer. And I'm going to get the players that are sitting and swap them out, and then eventually players that are fighting, they're also going to get swapped out for other players. So my goal is to help out as many players as possible. I'm not here to play favoritism at all, really. At all. So let's say somebody level 85 and somebody level 60 just on the team. And I'm going to let the level 85 leave and start their own party, and let the level 65 stay to level 70 or 80 and let them fight a little bit with us. I may go to a zone down to Goblin Camp or Goblin Village. Like there's ways. If you're power level, there's ways to get players involved. But you gotta be the one leading that. So that has to do with the individual player that's leading the party. That has nothing to do with everybody. So that's just another thought I'm giving you. Anybody at power levels and you want to get players involved as well. Think of ways to get everybody involved. It's fun. It's super fun. I have so much fun seeing everybody, all my level 80 to 70 fight together. I love seeing that. It's fun. Right now, there's a leveling cap, 30 levels to get bonus. It's not the same as before when I joined, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, It's not bad one bit. It's not bad one bit at all. So, that is that. I'm going to level up here. I'm going to do one more level and move zones. That way y'all can see what else is on the map with the first time watching the gameplay. tree's a little weird here. You just got rotate the camera shift. You turn your camera to right click. That's all you do. If you shift, you can mess with the angle. So that is that. If you're not seeing through the trees, just rotate your camera to right click. I do recommend, if you're a dev I do recommend making some sort of transparency for the trees in the future. It's not no biggie. It's a small inconvenience. It's not the biggest turn off for the game, I think. But I do think it can become a turn off for some players. So with that in consideration, maybe make it transparent. If you want to, I'm not gonna be able to please everybody. If you're a dev, you watch it. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if you need to hear this. You're not gonna be able to please everybody in your game. Trying to please everybody is just kind of productive in my opinion. But you can do a lot of good for your game, and pretty much you can go by your vision, but also you can make players happy as well at the same time. As a dev, you probably need this. You probably notice. I don't have to tell you entirely, but I also have I can say what I want to say in my own video. I can say, hey, you don't have to please every single thing. If it doesn't align with your vision and your goals, do what you believe is within your own vision, and be firm on it. And if it's good, it's good. If it doesn't work, and you think it's not working, you know what to do. If you see something not working, then what? Change it. It's as simple as that. There's nothing wrong making if you make a mistake. Let's say you did make a mistake. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes and correcting it at all. And if somebody were to judge you for making a mistake, then you gotta realize they're no better than you. Because they're the ones judging you for making a mistake, and they make mistakes every day. Most likely, everybody makes mistakes. That's why it's important to be forgiving and understanding of each other. We do level 20, then I'm gonna end this video. Trying to die here for a little bit. I wanna clean this up. Little trickers, go in circles, right? Count them up, go in circles. Little technique here. Little technique. This is not that great. Look at that right there. Take them all out. I don't have crazy shit, but it helps out. There we go. There we go. Look at that right there. There we go. Now I'm gonna check my inventory in a second here and see what I got in terms of artifacts. You got any more artifacts that I want to focus on? You can mix them up. You don't gotta be straight pure AGI artifact. You can mix it up because all that does add extra stacks in the game. It's already there. More this way, kind of put that in multi-site. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I don't be getting skill level. I like to get on my mastery. I'm more focused on mastery. So, hit my Q for heals. See as I'm backing up. I'm not standing still. I see some new players, they just stand still and fight. You can move and fight this game. You don't be lazy if you're lazy. Everybody's not lazy at doing that. If you are, don't be lazy. You can move around, dog. You can hit your arrow key and face the dogs. You can do things. You can do that. You can do that. Now I'm gonna add some more stats. You get a little bit more of that. I'm gonna even out here. And then I'm gonna hit one on this. So I'm going even. And then I'm gonna hit by blade mastery. And I'm gonna get one multi-strike. Get a little bit more multi-strike. Up that multi-strike a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm gonna show you what the next zone looks like before I end this video as well. Right now I'm not that strong yet, but I'm not that weak. So I can really do some chip damage and destroy a lot of these mobs at the same time. And I also have more cards. I'm gonna check for that. I'm gonna check for the cards to get this mob right here. I was trying to interview a moment ago, but I'm taking my time, man. Taking my time. There you go. And then I'm gonna go here and double check some stuff. I got a Lux 3. I'll probably go to Strength instead of Lux or AGI. I like to get an AGI. I love speed on my pack. So I'm gonna go with AGI. I'm gonna share some things before I get off. I'm gonna start my stream if you want to join me on Twitch. Deep dive into my mind on Twitch. I will be doing music production and then gameplay after. I got AGI here. Change it to AGI. So I'm gonna have a little bit more AGI. And then this one is Lux. I'm gonna get rid of my Lux for a Shrink or Bit. I'm just deciding in my head. Maybe the Bit. Get that little extra HP. And I'm about to level 20 here. Now I may end or I may not end super quick. So this dude here, I think they have this. Maybe not. It's a little slow. One thing about the knight class, so if you're a knight, you got taunt. You can taunt them. But you can make them aggro by hitting them to the distance. Like you see, I'm calling them. Keep them distant. So if they all hit me at one time, I might just die here. To be honest. There we go. I'm gonna stay the next zone. I will stay the next zone. I'm gonna destroy these and stay the next zone. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all a trick or two. See if I can do it. You know. There we go. Look at that. If anybody watched the end of the video, I appreciate you. If you skim through, okay, nothing wrong with that. If you got to this part, I appreciate you once again. Just skimming through, trying to cut through, see what's going on. I'm not going to attack these. I'm just going to save. There's a lot right here. I might get clapped. Ooh! No! They're in a way. They're in a way. So I have died there. But that's okay. I'm going to show you a little trick. And I'll walk back there. So the little trick is, if you go here to Blacksmith and go to Artifacts, you can refine these. And refinement, per refine, 0.25%, right? On your movement speed. So I'm going to hit. I only got 3 of these. I went down to 1. Movement speed a little bit faster. So since I died, I'm actually going to go over here. I don't need to go further in. I'm going to show y'all something here. I'm going to go all the way over here. And once again, you go to the background a little bit. Because there's no editing here. I'm just going to straight upload where I can save time and do what I need to do. So if I go here, I can just save here. Fresh screen is down there. If you get looking for me, just pause the video. I mean, not pause, go back a little bit if I was going fast and moving. So if you're a priest, an accolade, this spot you have the advantage because you are stronger against shadows and undead. So you come here if you can at some point. You go level 35 over this body. Especially on 150% XP. You will call it double XP. So sounds cool. That big wolf's a little more aggro. But like I said, keep that distance. Look at that, keep that distance. There you go, keeping that distance. But also, you don't have to be a priest to get shadow cards. So there are shadow cards that do shadow damage. Where you can do more damage to shadow. If you were to go here, put on some cards to do more damage. Or resistance. Oh, honestly, next video I might farm this for a bit. I got an idea. I want to show y'all something pretty cool. I'll give you the whole process and my thought process as well. That way I can share how I get creative with my gameplay. I got a really good idea. This spot drops a lot of good loot, by the way. It drops really good loot, guys. Really good loot. I'm about to level up again. I still want to get off, but a few kills or so. Gotta finish what we started. Gotta check out these mobs. Yo, the best thing about not using abilities is I can save my mana for this healing right now. I'm not really using skills here. I'm just using straight basic throws. Got another shard right there. Don't give up. Do not give up. Destroy him. Heal. Back up a little bit. Take care of that wolf. There we go. And there you go. Good gear here. This is a really good starter gear. If you want to get some starter gear as a priest or a mage, despite this being more so, I think, priest stuff, you can get gear here. Get one of this cleric set. It works really good for mages as well, in my opinion. And then also healing plus 10. That's for your healing skill, I think. So watch. I'm gonna show you. 224. Didn't do it? Oh, nah. I guess it didn't do it. This one gets you level 3 heals, though. There you go. That busts my heals up. 192. That's a little thing or two to show you before I get off. That is for magic. Defense. Right, what else we got here?
I may say that this is a nice little thing right here. This thing is nice. One hand, two hand. That does more damage to shadow enemies. I'm refining it. Now, you won't get no damage bonus from your skills with that, but that sucker do hit. See, because I only got dagger, sword, twin blades, guitar, and that's all that is for those masteries. Go ahead, hit this, that, and then I'm gonna add another hit card, double act. And that's for the impale. I'm just gonna save these. I'm gonna save these. Save these. I don't get rid of any of my cards. I don't give them out. But anyways, I gotta eat dinner soon. I gotta produce music. Much love to anybody got into the video. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you. You have a blessed day. Peace.